Hi, my name is Chandra and welcome to your flow. Today we are going to be focusing on hips and shoulder joints. So just working into our shoulders and our hips where we carry lots of tension from normal activities throughout the day, including standing, walking, sitting, and if you do labor or sports, you will be heavily affected by these very mobile joints. So without further ado, let's start at the top of the mat. And let's just warm up with a nice vinyasa. So inhale the arms up, look up, stretch the spine nice and tall, reaching the crown of the head upwards. Hug the navel in towards the spine and hinge from the waist. On the exhale, folding forward, diving down, chest moving towards the shins. Open the legs, flatten the back for your halfway lift. And exhale, plant the hands and step back into your plank position. Hold plank for one breath in. And on the exhale, lower all the way down to the floor. Inhale, the chest rises into baby cobra. And exhale, flip the toes under and push yourself up into your first downward facing dog. Go ahead and paddle the feet out and shake the head back and forth. No tension in the neck. Pushing the ground away through the pads of the fingers and the hands, not dumping any weight in the wrists. Curl the tailbone up to really intensify the stretch in the hamstrings and press your heels towards the ground to open up those calves. On the inhale, look forward and walk the feet up towards the hands for another halfway lift. And exhale, fold all the way down again. Inhale, the body goes all the way up. Arms overhead, gaze upwards. And exhale, hands to heart center in mountain pose. Once more, inhale, the arms go up, look up. Exhale, hinge at the waist and fold. Inhale for half lift. Hands can be on shins or thighs. And exhale to plank position. One inhale in plank. And exhale all the way down. Inhale, baby cobra, lift the chest and the gaze. And exhale, tuck the toes under and push back into downward facing dog. From this down dog, inhale, bend the knee and draw some circles in the air with your knee to open up and lubricate that right hip joint. Just a few times, and then the other direction. Extend the leg, and on the exhale, bring the right knee to the chest and then place the right foot on the mat. Drop down and lift the arms up overhead. Bend the elbows at a 90-degree angle, cactus arms, and on the inhale, we bend the back, open the chest, looking up. And on the exhale, we return to neutral spine. So again, a little back bend here. Inhale, chest opens, look up, hands go back. Exhale, neutral. Once more, inhale, open up the chest, elbows back, scapulae together. And exhale, neutral. Next, you're going to place your hands to frame your foot. Bring your right hand on the inside of your right foot and walk the right foot a few inches to the right. And then peel open that right foot so you're on the knife edge of your foot, and you can choose to stay here to stretch open this right hip. You can put a little bit of pressure on your leg if you would like to, or you can also lower down to your forearms for lizard pose. Hold for 5 breaths. 1, 2, navel in. Remember to draw the shoulders away from the ears. 3, 4, opening up the hip even more, and 5. On the inhale, go ahead, plant the hands if you are on your forearms. Bring that right foot back to meet the left, so you are in tabletop position. Tuck the toes underneath and push back into downward facing dog. Let's take that sequence on the left side. Left leg rises on the inhale, bend that knee and draw some circles in the air with the knee and your 3-legged dog to open up your left hip. Remember, go both directions. Inhale that leg up and exhale, knee to chest. Drop the left foot between the hands, and you can also move it up with your hands if required. Drop that right knee to the mat, and then let's go up into our low lunge. Arms up, look up. Hands come into cactus pose, so your elbows are at 90 degrees, and let's take our little back bend. So on the inhale, the elbows go back, the scapulae come together, and you reach up with your chest. And exhale, come to neutral. Inhale, looking up, chest out, elbows back. And exhale to neutral. Again, inhale, open wide, look up. And back to neutral. Go ahead and drop the hands to the mat. Bring your left hand on the inside of the left foot, and then walk the left foot a little bit out to the left. Peel open that foot so you're on the knife edge of your left foot, keeping your right knee and right foot grounded. You can choose again to apply some pressure with your left hand to open up the hip here in lizard, or you can come down all the way onto your forearms to stretch out in lizard. 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Walk the hands back up. Bring the left knee back to meet the right. Tuck the toes underneath and push up into down dog. From here, let's go ahead and place the knees on the ground and sit back on your heels. If it's possible for you, leave your toes flipped underneath to sort of stretch out the feet here. If it gets too intense, you can always flip your toes back under and sit down flatly. If this is still hard for you, you can put a block or a pillow underneath to help prop yourself up on your legs. Let's stretch out the shoulders a little bit. Bring the right arm out in front of you and link the left elbow around the right, and then pull using your left forearm to bring your right arm across your body. You can choose also to drop your left ear to your left shoulder to open up your neck as well as the right shoulder. 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Right the head if you had your neck stretch, and then release the right arm. Give it a little shake so we can mobilize that joint again. We're going to work into the left shoulder now. If you'd like to, you can switch your foot positions. Left arm goes out straight ahead. The right arm snakes underneath the left arm, and using that right forearm, pull the left arm over to the right, opening up the shoulders and the traps, and drop your right ear down towards your right shoulder. 5 breaths. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. On the inhale, head comes upright. Release the arms, shake them out a little bit, very gently, of course. And then we're gonna come back into our downward facing dog. Opener, right leg right. On the exhale, bend the knee, bring the right knee behind the right wrist and swing the foot out towards the left. It doesn't need to be a perfect 90-degree angle, of course. Move the left leg to go backwards a little bit farther so you can scooch back to intensify your hip stretch. You probably won't need too much. And then place that leg flat on the floor. You can stay here in your active pigeon posture. Or again, just like in lizard, you can go down onto your forearms or lay all the way down over your hip. 5 breaths here. 1. Breathing into the tension in the right hip. 2. 3. Try to find some ease in the posture. 4. And 5. On your inhale, if you were down, you can start pushing the ground away to come back upright. And if you're already upright, you can tuck the back toes under, lift the knee, and then you can bring the right leg back to meet the left, pushing up into your down dog once again. Paddle the feet out here, and just take notice of the difference of the feeling between the 2 hip joints. Time for the left side. Inhale, left leg rises. Exhale, bring that left knee to the back of the left wrist and swing the foot out towards the right. Again, walking the right foot a little bit backwards if you'd like to, and drop that knee, flatten that foot, and take your active pigeon or lie all the way down. 5 breaths. 1. 2. 3. 4. And 5. On the inhale, come all the way back up to active pigeon. If you're already an active pigeon, then you can flip the right toes under, lift that knee, and then bring the left foot to meet the right. Rest it, down dog. Hold this down dog just for a couple breaths. Give yourselves a little break. You can take child's pose here if you need. And then when you're ready, we're going to come to a seated position to get ready for reverse tabletop. So bring your feet flat on the floor, and then your hands are going to be behind your shoulders ever so slightly. Fingers are facing in towards the hips. Don't let them go too wide. Try to stay in line with your shoulder width. Pushing through the heels and keeping control so that the thighs start to push up using the glutes, and take reverse tabletop. You can very gently move down and up to stretch, open the shoulder joints. You can let the head hang or keep an active neck, whichever is best for you. A few more breaths. 1, 2, push those hips up, and 3. On the exhale, lower the hips down to the mat. Walk the hands a little farther back. Start to bend through the elbows and bring the elbows towards each other. just to open up through the chest here. Just 3 breaths in this posture. 1, 2, and 3. Come back to upright, and let's take a nice wide-legged seated position. So your legs are out as far apart from each other as you can muster here. Inhale, the left arm rises up over by the left bicep towards the right foot. Let's take 5 breaths in this side body stretch. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale, the arm returns, right arm goes up and overhead, bicep by the ear, stretching open the right side body and low back. Inhale for 1, and exhale. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Come back up to the neutral position. And if you cannot sit cross-legged, you can sit against a wall or a piece of furniture for this one. Take a cross-legged position. If you can take half lotus, I recommend it. And then grab opposite elbows behind the back. And on the exhale, fold forward, just opening up through the hips. Again, it doesn't matter how far your head comes down, if it touches the floor or if it's up here and you're merely tucking your chin, as long as you are taking this restorative posture and letting gravity do the work, pulling your hips open. Inhale, come up to neutral. If you're against the wall, stay there. We're going to switch the legs into the less usual way for you to do your leg cross. Take hold of the opposite elbows behind the back once more. Inhale to lengthen, and exhale, fold. You might notice some imbalances with your flexibility. Merely observe this without any judgment. None of us are perfect. A few more breaths here. Breathe deeply. No tension in the neck. On the inhale, rise. Let go of the arms and the legs. You can shake them out a little bit. Let's go ahead and lie all the way down and take another little hip opener, happy baby pose. So the feet come up, sort of pointing towards the ceiling. You can either grab the shins or the ankles, the outsides of the feet, or traditionally, the 2-piece fingers grab hold of the big toe, pull the knees in towards the armpits, and then just rock gently from side to side. If you fall over, it's fine. See if you can rock yourself back up again, or you just return and retake the posture. Remember not to take anything too seriously here. Next, let's go ahead and give the knees a nice squeeze in. You can bring your nose to your thighs and relax into your final resting posture, Shavasana. You can choose to relax here with me for about 1 minute, I encourage you to take Shavasana for as long as you would like. Focus the breath. Notice where you feel it the most. In your stomach or your chest, maybe your throat or your nose. And just simply observe how it feels when you inhale and when you exhale. Maybe you notice the temperature of the air or the rate at which you are breathing. Just noticing all the nuances associated with your breath. Slowly start to take some deeper inhales and some longer exhales. Wiggle your toes and your fingers and take a big stretch up overhead or from side to side. Pointing the toes, maybe taking a big yawn if that feels right for you. Roll over onto your right side body, resting your head on your right arm. Just hang out here for a second, relaxing. Bring the left hand out in front of the body and use it to push yourself back up into a seated posture. Whatever feels comfortable for you here. Thank you so much for joining me today in this practice. I hope that it benefits you throughout your day. And if you liked it, please don't forget to hit the little thumbs up and subscribe to my channel for more free yoga on YouTube. Thank you so much. Namaste.